Hey everyone,
Hey, how's it going?
it's Coach Taylor here.
Coach Angela.
We figured we'd give you episode 2, and it is about
Sleep.
sleep and how training and sleep are important, how much sleep that you should get per night, the benefits of sleep, and other tips and things along
How to
the way.
improve on your sleep.
Improve sleep and everything like that. So I did do some research about sleep and the amount of sleep because everyone has questions about it. Of hey, according to my age and activity level, how much sleep should I get per night? So I'll just read some age ranges and sleep ranges. So from 14 to 17, 8 to 10 hours per night. I know 8 hours is kind of like that benchmark of hey, you should be getting at least 8 hours. From 18 to 64 years old, 7 to 9 hours, and then greater than 65 years old, 7 to 8 hours. So I believe that everyone's different, trying to find your right sleep cycle and things like that. But really, the average is at least 7 hours of sleep to have kind of a well-rested night.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some benefits of having a good night's sleep and things like that. So, Angela,
Yes.
What are some of the benefits that you can think of just kind of off the top of your head?
Well, it improves mood.
Yeah.
It improves memory.
Okay. Well, let's rewind on the mood thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a standpoint of like every single person, like, oh, I'm crabby. Oh, you're either hungry or tired, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Most of
One
the
of
time,
the two.
it's tired. So having a well rested night of sleep, especially if you have something important going on in your life, that you should definitely get the right mood in mind, and then you can kind of take on the day that way.
Yeah, because honestly, if you start the day off on a sour note,
Right.
like if you wake up tired and cranky, it's gonna be difficult to first of all get through the day, and then second of all, you might not be able to get like as much done as you wanted to, and then you're just gonna set yourself back and
Right.
just kind of downward spiral.
Right. No, I agree. Instead of staying up at 2 o'clock binge watching your favorite Netflix series,
Yeah.
and then be like, oh, coffee or an energy drink or whatever that can do will replenish my sleep that I didn't get. Let's just get better sleep, and then
nothing really can replace sleep.
Right, exactly. I mean, there's tons of supplements and things like that. Let's pre-workout for exercising. Coffee is a huge one. Tea with caffeine, and really just kind of the source of caffeine is a huge one, especially in the morning. And I know people aren't quote unquote morning people, or some people aren't. There's a select few that are, but just getting the amount of sleep that your body needs and to kind of really figure out a good zone to do that is really important. So,
yeah.
Another one, and we'll go a little bit by biology on you, is it lowers your inflammation or inflammatory proteins. So it's called C-reactive proteins, and with less than 6 hours, it has associated with heart attack risk in the older population.
Yikes.
Kind of a cool study that I've seen. So just, again, not only an older population, but it's super important through, every single night to get that improved and longevity of your sleep. So, pretty could
Yeah. No, that is really cool.
Another one is it improves your attention and learning. What? Who? What?
What did you say?
Yeah. So especially in school, I remember, people were just pulling all-nighters studying for finals and just cranking out the coffee and energy. And I found, if, you study, you get your 7, 8 hours, 6 maybe, but waking up early and then kind of just studying in the morning, that it does improve memory, like we said before, but it also improves your attention, and so you can ace that test or hit the meeting out of the ballpark and stuff like that at work. So it is pretty cool. All right, do you have any more?
Well, it'll help you control your appetite.
Oh, that's cool.
So the more sleepy you are, the more hungry are you.
Hungry.
So more hungry. The more hungry.
More hungry you get. So that's, again, kind of your hormones get out of whack and your body really tricks itself, which we've talked about in our hydration post of, pretending to be thirsty when it's hungry, but it's kind of the same thing.
Well, and that's the other thing. Now that we're talking about like hormones,
Mm-hmm.
your body's gonna crave like salty and sugary foods. It's not gonna crave like nutrition dense
Mm-hmm.
food or whatever. Just because of that, all that stuff that wasn't replenished during sleep, that's gonna throw everything off. And so not only are you gonna be hungry, or you're gonna be craving the wrong type of foods.
So then, it's kind of just a downward spiral from there. It improves your energy level. So let's dive right into just training, whether that be aerobically, functional training, whether it be just overall, muscle building training.
Right.
Sleep is a huge, important pillar
huge.
in the recovery process and seeing the results that you really want to do.
Yeah, Taylor sometimes, deals with people that are like not able to put on muscle, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that, it's always the case, but if you're only getting if you're averaging 5 hours of sleep every night, I kid you not, that could be one of the biggest factors holding you back from putting on muscle.
Right. And we're not saying, oh hey, go sleep for 12 hours because your trainer or coach told you to. That's not really the ideal, but the science of what your body's actually doing during sleep.
That's what it is. It's the science of it. It's not just that sleep, sleep is good for you, people say. No, it's scientifically it replenishes so many things that you need.
Right. So let's kind of talk about that. I think the main one is it promotes your muscle building. So protein synthesis happens when you sleep. So it's you break down your muscle while you lift heavy weights and so on. Kind of your cells replenish all day every day, but really at sleep is when it promotes the building of your muscles to try and get the mass and the strength and everything else that you've been working for. It's really kind of the building blocks of that time.
Did you already talk? Did you say the human growth hormone?
No.
So what's released when you sleep is human growth hormone.
Yep.
Ugh, I don't like saying that. HGH. So, but that is what's really gonna help start the protein synthesis process that will help you repair the muscles that Taylor says you break down during the day and everything like that.
Right. So even to go more scientific on you, if you don't get enough sleep or no sleep at all, which I don't even know how that could happen. Yeah. I can't even function with that, but it really, no, I mean, it increases the release of cortisol, which is a stress hormone. So the less sleep you get, the more of the stress hormone is released, and on vice versa, less HGH or human growth hormone, is put out there for your muscles to recover. So it's kind of a balancing act. So again, that's why sleep is important for muscle building. Yeah. Right. Replenish energy stores. So again, you digest things throughout the day, but really, when you sleep is kind of the prime time for everything. Your, like we said, your endocrine system to work, and everything really piece by piece kind of puts together during sleep. So it's really important, that you can really knock your next training session out of the park.
Yeah. I would say if you if the more you lack on sleep, the harder your training sessions are going to be.
Right.
You really do need sleep to recover and be able to, if you are shooting for training Monday through Friday, you got to get your sleep, because otherwise it's just going to be banging your head against what is it? Banging your head against the wall.
Yeah. And that's kind of where the fatigue things go. So, you wake up, you're tired, you're fatigued throughout the day. Is your training session going to be, one of your best this week? Absolutely not. And that's just from not getting enough sleep.
Weights are going to be heavier.
Oh, yeah.
Push-ups are going to be no more.
Yeah. That's going to be non-existent.
Everything's just going to feel harder. 2 times harder. Yeah.
Same with aerobics. So this is something that I read, everything we're talking really about, training muscle and things like that. But even your aerobics, so running and biking, and all of these things are going to seem harder. Where you're like, holy cow! A couple days ago, it felt I could run for miles, or I could bike, at a certain speed. And when you don't get enough sleep, or you are very fatigued, then it does seem like
you'll be like out of
pushing.
Breath during the warm up.
Exactly.
So,
do you have any other ones? I guess I have a couple.
you go for it.
Okay. So why sleep and rest is important, and I know it's kind of two of the same but different things when you talk about training.
Mm-hmm.
On average, people would work out, let's say, like 10 hours a week. 90 to 95% of your training is resting. So if you're in only 10 hours, 90 to 95% of your training style is not doing anything at all. It's recovering, resting, and working as hard as you can at your next training session.
Right.
So 50% of that 95%, I would say, would be sleep. At least 50%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially getting 8 hours. So, that's kind of a aha moment of, holy cow, I'm only working out, 1 hour a day or 1.5 hours a day, but you're also sleeping for 8 of the,
Mm-hmm.
8 of the 24. So it is very important. And then last one, injury prevention. It does, like we said, build up your muscles and get your hormones going. So pretty cool stuff. Okay, tips. Angela, go ahead.
Okay, I got 5 that I'm going to list off here. So, first of all, no screens before bed. Blue light will interfere with the hormones that are being released in your body that are telling you, like, okay, it's time to, go to sleep. It's time to wind down.
Right.
So actually what I do, though, if anyone has an iPhone that's listening to this, which I'm, like, sure is 90% of the people that are, but if you turn your phone to sleep mode,
mm-hmm.
it'll eliminate the blue light, so that if you happen to check an email before bed or something, like, it won't interfere with those sleep hormones that are being released close to your bedtime.
Okay, I never knew that. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So you just go into your settings and go to sleep mode?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You can find it.
It's very easy to figure out. I just don't know off the top of my head, like, what exactly to do. But
dang, that's cool.
But yes.
That's cool.
And you can also do it on your MacBook as well.
Nice. So just go to settings and...
I lied because you don't have it updated.
Oh,
but
well.
It's very easy to do.
Anyway. So that's kind of a cool thing because,
yeah.
Even for me looking back, and I would say 99% of people, you check your phone before bed and stuff, or, you're watching TV and then you fall asleep, which, I'm not a huge fan of. But, that does kind of play a sense in, like, your body's, like you said, kind of tricking its own hormone system.
Right, yeah. So, no blue light before bed, guys. First tip. Second tip, darken your room. So, I know that there, probably wouldn't be any light coming into your, like, windows at night, but if you have blackout curtains or anything that you can put on your windows, the light in the morning won't interfere with your 8 hours. Like, if you get up before the sun rises, you'll be fine. But, for those people that are lucky enough or, fortunate enough to sleep until like 7 a.m. every day, but they're waking up at 5 because of the light that's coming in, so that's like losing 2 hours. Actually, and for every time you wake up in the middle of the night, you actually lose 2 hours.
Oh. That's kind of, because you don't get your REM sleep, which we're not going to go that far.
We're not going to go that far, but it's just a fun fact for you guys. Every time you get up to go pee or whatever, you lose 2 hours of sleep. So.
Right. Go get a midnight snacky. That's cool. And, that's, I think you got to be careful, though, too, if you do black out your room, like, make sure that you're setting an alarm to get up.
Yeah, like set 2 alarms.
Your body, again, could be playing tricks and you just sleep until noon.
Right.
Or, you sleep for 12 hours and you're like, holy cow.
Yeah.
And then you feel even more lethargic because you overslept, and then, again, that's another kind of bag of candy that we can go into. But,
right.
All right, next tip.
No caffeine at least 6 hours before bed, but I would suggest 8 because...
Especially if you're caffeine, like,
okay, yeah.
crazed.
If you're very, what is the word you used?
What's the what?
What's the word you used? Remember when, like, you're... like caffeine sensitive, but you used another word. You were like,
Susceptible.
susceptible. Ugh. If you're very susceptible to caffeine, which I am, yeah, shoot for 8 hours before bed, no caffeine, just because it could still possibly interfere with your ability to wind down and get to bed. Let's see. Exercise. So hopefully you're not doing this too close to your bedtime. But I mean, if you can get your exercise in, I don't know, 6-7 hours before bed.
Right.
It'll help you actually like wind down at night and be like, okay, like, you know, I exhausted myself for the day. I'm fatigued now. Now it's time to shut down.
Shut it down, right?
And then temperature, which no one believed me when I was talking about this, but temperature is important, especially in this, like, during the summer right now that,
heat.
yeah, everything's getting so uncomfortable and hot. If you suddenly started losing sleep during the summer, it could possibly be because of the temperature rising in your bedroom. So I have here that you're supposed to shoot for 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, it's not, that's not to say it has to be 67 degrees in your room at night, but it's just basically the cooler you can get it, the more it'll help your, like, body's core temperature cool down, and, be like, okay, time to chill out. I'm going to sleep now.
Right. No, and I agree. Yeah, that's I really did not believe you whatsoever. But yeah, how many times do people wake up just like sweating or
yeah.
just whatever, because
Yeah.
your body is it's still burning calories, and it's doing what it's supposed to do while it sleeps of, rebuilding all that stuff, and, it doesn't just shut off, like,
Right.
you still are performing bodily functions.
Yeah.
So just in a I would say I don't even know how to put it in words. Never mind. Scratch that idea. Okay. Do you have any more?
Those are my
Those
five.
are your 5?
Those are my 5.
Okay, so I have a couple as well. So some tips. Like Angela said, reduce just intensity of activity before bed. So, working out an hour before you're supposed to go to sleep, probably not the best idea. But again, just, enjoy time of just talking. It doesn't have to be sitting yourself and plopping in front of a TV to relax, but, just kind of just talk, or, play with your kids, not like rambunctious playing, but just, again, like wind down and things like that. Strive for regular wake up and bed schedule. So this is something pretty cool that my body wakes up at, I would say, even if I'm trying to sleep and it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we were just talking about. Yeah, we have pretty early, like, natural wake up times.
Right, exactly, and that's just from having a regular routine. Your body adapts to when it's supposed to, or when it's kind of normal. When you get your 7, 8, or 9 hours of sleep. But even on the weekends, set an alarm. Make a lot. Who doesn't love to sleep in? I get it, but oversleeping is it can have really the same results as undersleeping. I
would say if you are, like, bummed out about not being able to sleep on the weekends, I would say just look at it as, like, how is this going to affect me later on in the week?
Right.
I'm going to sleep in, so I'm going to have a later bedtime because
right.
I'm going to be well rested. I'm going to be energized. So I'm going to have a later bedtime. Then I'm going to wake up late the next day. I'm going to be tired, and so on and so forth.
And then, like I said before, too, everyone is different. Just finding your cycle, just finding what works best for you, what, time frame, I guess, is it 6, 7, 8, 9 hours? Everyone's different, so just, again, figure it out by yourself.
Yeah.
Last one I have is don't hit your snooze. So I challenge you for a week, and then hopefully it goes on beyond that, but to not hit your snooze, just get up. While the reason you hit your snooze is probably because you go to bed too late. So then you're really limiting the time of your actual sleep. But don't hit your snooze. Get up, get your day going. Movement is probably the best way to get your blood flow and get everything really working. Right. And that hopefully naturally wakes you up. Maybe, have that cup of coffee if you're in need. But, exercise and kind of just having that more muscle mass and aerobic endurance and all that stuff will generally help you feel more energized throughout the day. But just get up, create a routine of, you know, having your body adapt to that routine, and just do it. Just get up.
Just
get
do
up.
it.
Just
I
get
love
up.
that you said that. Just do it.
And another way to do that is to plug your phone away from, so you physically have to get up and and like turn off the alarm clock. I've seen the pads where you have to stand on it to turn off your alarm clock, like next to your bed.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, that's like a standable alarm clock. It's
Whoa.
weird.
That
But
would probably be very effective.
right, I think snooze is one of the, and this is opinionated, but one of the dumbest things ever created.
Oh, I think it's stupid.
Just
Sorry.
Why snooze?
Just to be blunt, like
Right.
you're not, guys. How many more minutes of sleep are you actually getting?
You're not,
and, like,
none. I would say 0% you're getting any. You're literally just laying there,
yeah,
dreading the next alarm to go off.
That is what you're doing.
Right.
You're like just setting yourself up for like failure.
To even
It's
feel
like,
more tired. Just get up,
yeah.
take a shower, like go for a walk, eat breakfast, do something. Like just do that. And I guess tying into that, I have another tip, and I just actually thought of that on the fly, so I'm kind of impressed with myself. Have one alarm clock, like especially on iPhone and probably Galaxies, which I don't know, I've never owned one, so
I haven't either.
not bashing it, but
No.
have just one alarm clock, one or two, one for the weekend and one for work day. Don't have 17, which are 8 minutes apart, that you just turn on, because then in your mind before you even go to sleep, you're like, oh, I have all of these alarm clocks set. So just make sure that you have enough sleep throughout the whole night. Set one alarm clock, and then don't hit that snooze button.
Yeah.
Solid.
Boom.
I like it. So we hope that you enjoyed our talk about sleep. If you have any questions, comment on the video that we do have. Like and subscribe to our channel. And also, if you want to hear a different topic, comment
give
in
us
the video.
give us some ideas.
Ideas that we can
topics.
research and talk about, and that we have our general knowledge that just to discuss.
Yeah.
All right, so have a great day.
And
we'll see you next
get
time.
your sleep.
Get your sleep. All right.